Hello everyone, I'm Harry.
And I'm Ethan.
And welcome back to Starbucks Adventures. Today we're doing Chapter 6, Ice Age.
Chapter 6, Ice Age.
Starring Ray Romano. I forgot what his name
Don't
was.
break me, woman! Hey, you guys! Oh, I love that. I love that impression. After running down the mountain and playing hopscotch over a not-so-harmless looking lava pit, Fox was beginning to wonder if they were going in the right direction. In other words, he was a bit lost. Hey, Slippy! It's Tricky, interrupted Tricky. So I can never get those names in order. Apologized Fox. Anyway, do you think you can show me how to get back to the hollow? Tricky stared at Fox like he'd grown another head. No, of course not. Why would you even suggest something like that? Oh my god! Scoffed Richard Dinosaur. Oh, I remember what he sounds like now. He sounds really weird, doesn't
Fox!
he? Fox! Anyway.
I'm from Jersey!
Jeez. Go for the hole! That was insensitive. Fox frowned in major confusion. He could not recall saying or doing anything to offend the small guy, but he couldn't afford to get into a fight with a member of the royal family if he could help it. So he decided to find out what was wrong. Why? What's the problem? Are you lost too? He asked. When I'm hungry, I'm in a bad mood. Shall I do?
No, don't
Tricky's
do
voice?
this. Just
I'm in a bad mood.
It's not on the Ninja Turtles.
Dude!
Okay, just do it in your normal voice.
Okay. So until I can get some dancing mushrooms, I'm not going to listen. Nah, nah, snapped Tricky in a South Park voice.
What the fuck?
He couldn't afford stupidity either. After some thorough searching, Fox finally found the mushrooms Tricky was looking for. It wasn't hard to spot them since they started bouncing away like Mexican jumping beans. After chasing them from here to infinity, Fox had enough and shot the damn thing with his desert eagle, picked up and could have sworn it shrunk to the size of a grapefruit as soon as it was in the palm of his glove. I like that. He handed the Tricky, who gobbled up the tiny mushroom and let out a satisfied belch and knocked Fox off his boots. Man, I'm stuffed, said Tricky and ran off in a random direction. Fox's eye twitched slightly. Not only was the dino testing his patience, but he believed in the laws of physics as well. Get the beep, 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 back here, 1111, 1111. He screamed after chasing the little turd. After following the footprints that... I can't read that again. After following footprints that had parted and went in opposite directions, going in circles for nearly an hour, Fox was ready to collapse, but forced himself to move... But forced himself to move around the corner and saw Tricky getting raped by 3 sharp... Oh, Jesus! All at the same time. Fox would have let the torture continue, but the prince, or is it princess, was his paycheck. Oh, Jesus. Which was something he wasn't going to give up easily. So he pulled out his Desert Eagle, killed 2 of the sharp claw, and then his gun clicked empty on the 3rd shot. So he pulled out the staff from the hollow and fired a red ball at the sharp claw. But he blocked it with his club. Fox cocked his head to suspicion and fired another bolt at his head, but the shark claw held his club up in front of him and the firebolt burned out in front of him. Fox fired at the dino's feet, but with the same result. So finally, Fox pulled out a frag grenade out of his pocket and chucked at the Barney reject, who was enveloped in a big fireball. Fox let out a whoop and watched the smoke begin to dissipate. His eyes bulged from their sockets when he saw the sharp claw still standing there unscathed with his club raised in front of him protectively. That's so true as well. The green dino grinned evilly and brought his other hand up and beckoned. Bring it, said the sharp claw. Screw this, die already, screamed Fox, charging at the sharp claw, his combat knife drawn.
Fuck.
He got 3 steps closer with each sprint. 20 feet, 5 feet, 15 feet, 5 feet.
He went back.
Shut up.
20 feet, 5 feet, 15 feet.
5
Fox
feet.
decided to run away.
Just as he was getting ready to plunge his silver blade beautifully into Barney's left eye,
Fuck.
the fat ass jumped at Fox, knocking him on his ass, and laughed at him to add insult to injury. That was when Fox remembered his Desert Eagle. He reached into his back pocket and pulled out a spare clip, slammed it into his weapon and aimed it at the fat bastard. The shark claw's smile immediately faded from existence. Wait, he said. Don't you want this to be a fair fight? Nice try, said Fox, squeezing the trigger and turning the dino's head into an abstract art. Jesus Christ. I do love the dialogue in this.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He then turned to Tricky, who was lying in a fetal position, or whatever position dinosaurs lie in. You suck! Was all the cold blood... Was all the cold blood could muster... Cold blood? Could muster... Fox's vision narrowed. Let's get something straight. I kicked ass while you were getting it in the ass.
Oh.
I'm here to save the planet and keep you safe. So unless I at least get a bit of thanks, I think it's safe to say that I don't suck as bad as you. You hippie. Replied Fox, picking up the dino. I thought you were getting paid to do this, shot back Tricky. Shut up, said Fox. The furry merc continued walking. Tricky in tow until he reached a depressing looking mammoth with a deformed head. Hey, do you think you can help me out with that snow pile over there? Asked Fox. The mammoth didn't seem to notice the fox who was carrying a dying dinosaur in his arms.
The fuck?
And continued staring into space. I'm too hungry to talk to strangers.
What the fuck?
He replied pompously. Oh, I'm looking forward to doing this voice. Fox is not about to go chasing after dancing vegetables again. How about I put some iron in your diet? Asked Fox. Jesus Christ. Levelling his magnum between the mammoth's eyes. Sounds like a good deal, replied the mammoth, knocking the block of ice over so Fox could use it. Thanks. Now, aren't you supposed to give me a scarab bag or something? Asked Fox. The mammoth pulled a sackcloth out of his arse and sat down in front of him. This isn't any order scarab bag. It's an Arab bag.
Oh,
replied the mammoth. It contains magical creatures that love to blow things up.
I will put a censor in over that word and some of it because I don't want people getting offended by that.
Jesus Christ.
Carol.
Cool, said Fox, latching the bag onto his belt and climbing over the snow mound. He continued walking until he found a cave that
Tricky
came to a cave that Tricky said led to the hollow. The only problem... I can't even read. The only problem was that a sumo-sized sharp claw was standing in front of it upon seeing a fox. The dino raised his staff and... I'll raise it... Oh, no, I read that wrong. The dino raised his staff and tried to charge, but his ass was too heavy, so he gave up on attacking, but was still determined to defend the entrance.
Don't do the voice.
I can't even remember his voice. You pay me scarabs to pass. I'm assuming they're all fucking Scottish, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. A smirk came over Fox's face. Did you say... Shall I just...
Yeah, just say it.
Did you say Arabs? He asked, pulling the bag open as he did. A bearded midget wearing a You bleep all this thing.
Yeah, just say it.
As he did, a bearded midget wearing a turban and explosive vest jumped out and ran towards the ugly green guy, shouting Allah, and exploded as soon as he reached him, obliterating them both. Bleep all of that out.
I'm so sorry.
Just like bleep it until like obliterating them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Fucking hell.
I'm so sorry, YouTube.
Sorry, guys. Fox closed the bag and tied it to his belt once more. That Arab bag came in handy after all. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, chuckled the mercenary. Jesus Christ. Chuckled the mercenary as he took the shortcut to the hollow. Sorry it was so short, I couldn't think of a lot of things to put in, but I promise there won't be any more delays. At least not as long as the last one. Now review it, or it's the Arrow bag for you.
Lovely. Okay, now Chapter 7.
Chapter 7. Off to Neverland. Fox came skipping out of the sewer like a fag with Tricky close by. Well, that's a great way to start this off. I don't know if you're going to bleep that.
No, it's alright.
No, alright. They both climbed down the ladder and ran over to the Queen. Hey Mom, I'm back! Fox got beat up by 3 Sharklaw, but I rescued him, said Tricky. If by Fox you mean a small runt who couldn't run away from said Sharklaw despite being in a wide open field, shot back Fox. That's great. That's great sticky. That's great sticky, but Mummy's not feeling well. I need white mushrooms, said Mama Walker. It's Tricky, replied the small fry. Whatever, grunted Mama Luigi. What the fuck? Mama Luigi. That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Before Tricky could say anything, General Pepper's hologram flew out of nowhere and stopped in front of Fox. The Queen needs white mushrooms. Hey, I was supposed to tell Fox that, even though my mum already said it, snapped Tricky. So sue me, smirked Pepper. A lawyer comes out of her plot hole and sues Pepper.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Fine, I'll go and get those white mushrooms, said Fox, heading over to the scary-looking cave. Sponge! Shall I do the narrator?
Got it.
SpongeBob narrator. 10 minutes later. We see Fox on a hospital bed covered in bandages. What the fuck? Fox's eyes open slowly. Oh, my head. Tricky, what happened? You went into the cave and stepped on an ice cube.
What the fuck?
Replied Tricky. Okay, what's your situation? Asked a fish-like doctor nearby.
What the fuck?
What the actual shit is happening? I went into a cave and got covered in boo-boos, whined Fox. Boo-boos, eh? You probably belong in that hospital, replied the doctor, pointing out the window. What the fuck is happening? Fox looks out the window and his eyes widened. Weenie Hut, General! He shrieked, running out of the room. Weenie Hut.
What the fuck?
It
sounds like a gay bar.
Weenie. A few minutes later, Fox arrived back at the hollow. Okay, I got your mushroom, said Fox, pulling out a white mushroom. Yeah. What? God damn it. The Earthwalker Queen's eyes lit up. Oh my god, I can't wait to eat this mushroom. I just hope that mysterious thing doesn't happen to me again. And with that, she prepared to feast on the white plant. But as she got ready to chow down, a small black face appeared on the mushroom, and out of his mouth came a not so small beam of laser.
What the fuck?
Then Slippy's hologram disappeared. Oh, sorry, disappeared. The Slippy's hologram appeared. Fox, the planet's not going back together. Pepper bitch slapped Slippy. Restating the obvious.
Restating.
Is it
Restating.
Oh,
the
okay,
obvious.
never mind.
It should be a fucking
hyphen,
then.
yeah. Restating. Restating the obvious is my job, barked the old pooch. This is so weird.
Yeah.
So what does bring a planet back together? Asked Fox, to no one in particular. You must go get the spell stones. They're the keys to restoring the planet to its former glory, said the Earthwalker Queen. Her face now burned black.
What the fuck?
The laser, I guess. Oh yeah, that made a lot of sense, Nintendo, said Fox sarcastically.
I thought, for a second, you were just like speaking out of the fanfiction.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that was part of it.
That sounds just so genuine, like a thing I would say. Said Fox sarcastically. Where's the first spellstone? The Earthwalker... I can't say it. The Earthwalker Queen handed Fox a key. You have to go talk to the Snowhorn Gatekeeper. He's the one who keeps an eye on things, so I don't have to. Just like Obama's SARS.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? And we don't even know what their jobs are yet.
Getting political up in this business.
Said Fox, jogging back to the zoo with Tricky following him like a lost puppy. 5 minutes later, Fox came back out the other end and he went into a half-hour... Sorry. Went into a half...
only a half an hour before.
God damn it.
Do you want me to
only
read
half
it?
an hour before. No, I got it. Quinn given him to open the gate to the Snowhorn Wastes, which lived up to his name. And from what Fox could see, he made his way over to what looked like an elephant trunk sticking up from out the ice. Help! Somebody get me out! Shouted a man from underneath the ice. What happened to you? Asked Fox, trying not to laugh. I'm the gatekeeper. General Scales told him to give him the spellstone. He would force my entire tribe to do the chicken dance on MTV. What the fuck? I refused, of course, but my daughter couldn't bear the thought of our tribe suffering such a horrible fate. So she gave him the spellstone. We're all going to die, of course. But at least we wouldn't have to be on MTV now. Replied Garunda. Is that his name?
Yeah, it's Garunda Tay, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. And Belinda Tay, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his daughter.
Yeah. I can't believe I remember that. Jesus. Hold on. How many sharp claw did Scales have with him?
Do you want me to read it? You seem like I'm having some trouble.
No, it's fine. Garunda thought about it. Not much, only a few guards. Why'd you ask? Are mammoths capable of fighting Sharpclaw? Asked Fox. Of course we are. Our tusks are fearsome weapons known across the planet, shouted Garunda Tay, sounding insulted. So you're all fearsome fighters and Scales is nearly defenceless. Then why didn't you just trample him with him and his guards to death?
Brilliant. I always thought that was kind of stupid.
Scales is the only reason the Sharpclaw is still fighting, for damn sake. Simply kill Scales and then the whole war tomorrow. How's that for a plan? Asked Fox angrily. Garunda pondered that as best he could, brackets. Fascinating. They get me out of it. Fox's face turned beet red. Raw, damn it! Can anyone in the universe possibly be stupider than you? Then several Sharpclaw came out of nowhere. Hey look, it's Tefuri. Let's club him.
Furry.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, do you want me to read it?
That's fine, I got it, right. Hey look, it's Tefuri. Let's club him, said Sharpclaw 1. You said club. Said
Only doing a fake laugh could make you laugh.
I stand corrected, said Fox, pulling out his magnum. God damn it. But then put it back in his holster. Not painful enough. Jesus. Fox pulled out the staff he found in the hollow and shot a fireball at the first sharp claw, but it disintegrated before it even touched the Barney wannabe. Fox soon saw why when he noticed the sharp claw had its club raised in front of it. Again. What the fuck? Shouted Fox in disbelief. Even Nintendo couldn't be that unimaginative. You should have flown for a gold ring, said Slippy's hologram. Shut up, shouted Fox, smashing a hologram projector with his staff. No more Slippy, smiley face. Fox charged at the sharp claw, knocked the first sharp claw's club out of his hands, leaving him defenceless, and then drove up the staff through the dino's chest and then raised the staff in the air, swung it around with the sharp claw still attached to it, and used him as a club to knock the other sharp claw over.
What
Jesus! Before tossing the first sharp claw,
still
stuck on his staff aside, then unloading his magnum into the other sharp claw.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you. And I didn't even need tusks to do it, said Fox, smirking at his handiwork.
Why can't this be Nintendo's version of
I know,
Fox?
right?
He's much more interesting.
Like, can you imagine controlling that? Like, the club, sharp claw club with the staff. That's amazing.
Should have been an upgrade, the Magnum. I thought he said
Why can't I just bring my blaster?
I thought he said it was a Desert Eagle in the first chapter as well.
It's the ammo is Magnum.
Shut up!
What just happened? I didn't see anything, said the man from underneath the ice. Fox just gazed to the sky. Please, God, kill me now. I'm still stuck. I need some frostweeds to get out, said Garunda. And why should I help you? Asked Fox. Because I can lock the next level in the game, said Garunda. Good point, said Fox. Oh, excuse me. He ran over to a tree and knocked off some weeds and brought them over to the big nose sticking out the ground. Okay, I've got some of them, he said. Garunda used his trunk to feel around until he grabbed something and quickly pulled it down and swallowed it. Just say that.
Don't yell it.
Gold eaten. I can't.
Gold eating.
Gold eating.
Kind of like that.
Belched the mammoth. You belched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Fox. Stand back. Fox. Fox. Get me out of here, screamed Fox from inside Garunda.
What the fuck?
At least that explains why the weeds taste like fur, said Garunda. What the fuck?
It's like some kind of Tim Burton film.
So he like sucked him up his trunk, because that's what he does in the fucking game.
No, like, he eats it.
Oh god.
The fact you mime that was better. Then you put your hand in front of your face
like a goose. Don't do it, that's creepy. At least that explains why the weeds taste like fur, said Garunda. After belching Fox back out, he jumped up and broke the ice and was able to climb out of the hole. Okay, got you out of the hole. Now it's time for you to hold up your end of the deal, said Fox, wiping puke off himself. Yeah, about that, said Garunda. That's what he says in the game, isn't it? He's like, about that. And he says, about my daughter. What now? Asked Fox, irritated. Well, I'm getting old, so I tend to forget things, and shoo! A sparkly ball of light shot out of Garunda's nose and flew up into the sky. Yeah, apparently.
So it's a trunk.
And from it, a huge portal opened up. Ah, yes, now I remember how the portal works, said Garunda. Yup, I think I just figured it out too, mumbled Fox, gazing at the monument of stupidity above him. Slippy walked me down an R-wing. Sure thing, Fox, replied Slippy. A beam of light shined down from the sky on Garunda. Take me with you, God! shouted Garunda up the beam of light. The fuck? Then R-wing fell down on top of Garunda, flattening him. Wish granted, laughed Fox. Jesus.
God, that was pretty dark.
That was dark as hell. After Fox stopped laughing, he climbed into the R-wing, and unfortunately, so did Tricky. Then the small fighter blasts off towards the dark ice cream mine. Jesus. You got your update, now give me your review. End of chapter.
Okay. Now chapter 8 is my go now. The Dark Ice Cream Mines. Not much to say except Happy St. Valentine's Day. Chapter 8. The Dark Ice Cream Mines. The clear blue sky soon turned to a pitch black as Fox cleared the planet's atmosphere and found himself in the asteroid field yet again. Shouldn't be too hard. It's not like a bunch of enemies would conveniently know where I was heading and wait for me in a field full of space rocks.
Wow.
Chuckled Fox. But before he could say, Crunch ties me, Captain. Several green plasma bolts flew past Fox's armor.
Crunch ties me. Crunchy ties me.
It's just crunch. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Crunchy ties me.
Fox looked into his rearview mirror to see several TIE fighters pursuing him.
Wow.
I have you now, laughed their leader, firing more blasts at Fox. Just then, Fox heard a faint familiar voice and it said, use the Force, Fox. Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Fox immediately forced his joystick to the right and tapped it repeatedly, making his R-wing spin.
Tapped it repeatedly.
This confused the TIE pilots who tried to do the same, but they all smashed into asteroids, leaving Fox free to continue to his destination. Then the voice came back. Remember, the barrel will be with you. Always. Fox grabbed his headset and pressed the talk button. Peppy, stop jacking my comm line. Oh, you're no fun, whined Peppy. Fox continued on towards the chunk of Saria covered in ice until he entered its atmosphere. Tricky, where's the dark ice cream mine? Asked Fox. It's down by that big fort with a bunch of shark claws swarming around in it. We need to land inside the volcano so we can take them out without being detected, suggested Tricky.
Imagination.
Fox's R-wing hovers over the volcano and slowly lowers itself inside. But just as it gets inside the crater, shoot the whoop! Said the volcano as a stream of lava shot out of it and swallowed up the R-wing.
Imagination ends.
That's the sound of the police. Or we could just blast him from the air, said Fox, turning his R-wing toward the snow fort and launching a what the fuck bomb at it.
What the fuck?
Down below, a shark claw, whose name was Mike, stopped fooling around with the cannon and looked up to see a bright beeping object heading straight at him. What the fuck?
Is that one?
All that remained was a smoking crater. Well, it's not a volcano, but the smoke will still conceal my fighter. Not that it will matter since I can just have Slippy warp me a replacement anyway, said Fox as he landed his R-wing in the middle of the crater and rigged the spare what the fuck bomb to go on top of it if anyone tried to jack his ride.
What the fuck?
Fox and Tricky looked around for the mine until they looked underneath the wreckage of the fort and found a tunnel which seemed to go on forever. So Fox found another hoverbike and rode it through the tunnel, leaving Tricky... Stop saying that! Like, leaving Tricky behind while Born to Be Wild played in the background. As Fox was heading down the highway, another shark claw on a hoverbike right up beside him. Hey furry guy, can you give me directions to 1733 North Irving? Do you have OnStar? Asked Fox. The shark claw pressed the OnStar button and while Fox pulled out his Magnum and shot him off his bike. On the radio, the OnStar lady can be heard panicking. Snake, stop kidding around. Snake, Snake! Dun, 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 dun. Fox continued on through the tunnel until he entered a big room and went straight off the edge and landed in a heap. When he looked up, he saw what looked like wall-mounted blowtorches heading right for him, so he quickly got up and ran the other way. But as his eyesight adjusted to the darkness, he realised that everything else in the mine was perfectly stationary. He soon found out why when he looked down and discovered he was running on a conveyor belt moving in the opposite direction. Fox hopped down onto the floor below where two more shark claws were and quickly grabbed one and held it in front of himself at knife point, using it as a shield while the other one stood there wondering why the only weapon he got was a fucking club. Fox wasted no time throwing his meat shield at the other shark claw and then knifing them both while they were getting back up. Jesus. Then he ran past a pointless obstacle course full of rotating blowtorches which did nothing to slow him down, and he walked over to a cell that had a female mouth and blew the lock off with his Magnum and walked inside, while Tricky, who had now just caught up with Fox, followed them in. Jesus Christ!
That was a long sentence.
That was one fucking long sentence.
Jesus. That's insane.
The mammoth turned around to face her visitors. Who are you? She asked. I'm Batman, and this is my sidekick Robin, said Fox sarcastically. Does that mean you're here to save us? Asked Bellina. Sort of. I'm here to get the spell stone so I can get the planet back together so I can get paid, replied Fox. Valina's expression changed to one of hope. Did my father send you? She asked. Fox thought back to Garunda, who had been flattened by his R-wing. Yeah, we'll go with that. But he also mentioned that you gave Scales the Spellstone despite him being clearly outnumbered. Now, why would you do something like that? Asked Fox. Well, Scales seemed like a pretty hot guy, and he told me that if I got him the Spellstone that he'd go with me to the prom, said Valina, blushing. Oh, brother, said Tricky. Wow, if even Tricky can see how ridiculous it is, Valina must be pretty retarded, thought Fox. Let me guess. He took the Spellstone and then locked you up. Actually, he went out with me, said Bellina. This bit of information made Fox's ears prick up. If what was happened the other day, it was what happened the other day after that made him toss me in here, continued Bellina. Bulimia. Bulimia. Fuck.
Flashback.
We see Scales riding the back of a car holding an ice cream cone that is melting all over him. This is the second time I got fucked by Dairy Queen. Shouted Scales. Flashback ends. And that is how chimpanzees reproduce, said Felina. I see, replied Fox, sitting in a theatre chair and eating a bucket of popcorn. You gave up your family stones to the head of an enemy tribe to go out of you. That makes sense. At this, Belina glared at Fox. Okay, fine, I did what I did because I'm a patriot, as in a New England patriot. I'm their new quarterback next season. Hike! Bulimia charged through her cell wall, another wall, a safe door, and a Hello Kitty store. I didn't think it was possible, but she broke the fourth wall, said Fox, looking at the gaping hole and all the trampled audience members on the other side. Hey, Fox, look, I found another hole, said Tricky. Lead the way. The shortcut they took led straight through to a room that was frozen solid, despite being right next to a cave full of lava.
The fuck?
When you said fourth wall, you weren't kidding. It's like we've gone into another dimension or something. And we have Nintendo to thank for that, muttered Fox. After swimming up a frozen waterfall and going through another lava-filled cave with more pointless fire traps, Fox found the warp point that took him to a cave with an ice sculpture shaped like a dino-insect hybrid. The fact that it was the boss of this level was revealed by the spell stone it had in its frozen hand. Not wanting to face the monster after its thawed, Fox levelled his magnum at the centre of the beast. Hasta la vista, baby, said Fox in a heavy Austrian accent before he finally pulled the trigger. The bullet left the chamber in a blaze of glory, soared across the room and smashed through the target, shattering into a million microscopic pieces. That's one ice sculpture that won't be getting any awards. Oh, yeah! Laughed Fox as he picked up the spellstone and put it in his back pocket. Hold on, I've got a fart, said Tricky, lifting his leg. No, don't! Shouted Fox, but he was too late. Whoa. A huge flame shot out of Tricky's backside and melted the pieces of the monster, which then started sliding back together until they formed a large puddle, which slowly took form into a big blob rose into the air and began solidifying into a big blue creature with two white eyes that shifted from side to side. Fox and Tricky stared in horror as it opened its big, gaping mouth and spoke. Now what starts with the letter C? Cookie Monster, hissed Fox. It turns its gaze towards Fox. Oh, Cookie starts with C. Fox turned and ran before Cookie Monster could even think about chasing him. C is for Cookie. That's good enough for me, shouted Cookie Monster, his arms reaching out to grab Fox as he ran after him. I'm not a damn cookie, shouted Fox. Then he turned around, pulled out his stuff and brought it down a Cookie Moron's head, and Roundhouse kicked him across the room. The blue blob pulled himself back up. What else has the letter C in it? Rock has C in it, shouted Cookie Monster as he grabbed a stone and chucked it at Fox, who blocked it with his reflector shield, sending it back at the monster, who morphed out of the way.
What the fuck is happening?
He then took a deep breath and vomited a load of cookies at Fox, with the force of a freight train. But Fox also reflected those back at the monster.
Back at CM.
I know, but I'm shortening it. Who became angry and ran at Fox. Cookie 111111, shouted Cookie Monster. Come help me, ha! Shouted Tricky, firing another flame out of his arse, which incinerated it. Fox let her shoot the whoop, but then he saw movement coming from the pile of ashes and realised Cookie Monster was regenerating. He reached into the arrow bag strapped to his belt, put water at a bearded midget and ran full speed at the reforming blob. Cookie Monster restructured himself and was about to get up when Fox came out of nowhere, jumped on top of him, pinned him down by standing on him, unloaded his magnum into Cookie Monster's face, then ran the terrorist down Cookie Monster's throat and ran like hell while Cookie Monster's remain disappeared in a brilliant fireball. Well, that was some fight, huh? Said Tricky, grinning stupidly as Fox walked up to him angrily. Oh shit! Fox punched Tricky through the ceiling. Keep the farce to himself, he shouted.
SpongeBob narrator. 20 minutes later.
Fox, Tricky and Belina took the back exit and came out of a hut in the middle of a camp full of mouths that were cuffed to posts. Fox used his magnum to blow the locks off the cuffs. Thank you for freeing my people, Mr. Batman, said Bulimia. Yeah, no problem. Now, would anyone mind telling me where all the shark claw went? Asked Fox. A mammoth turned to Fox and spoke. Everyone was minding their own when this big fighter jet came out of nowhere and blew up the snow fort nearby. It was awesome! But then the shark claw sent a scout to check out the remains and he came out saying the jet had landed in the middle of the crater, but there was no one inside. So they all decided to go take it for a joyride where they left us here tied up. Fox's eyes grew to saucers. I already rigged the fighter! If they mess with it then... Before he could finish, everyone was blinded by a black flash off in the distance. What the fuck?